Hey, what's going on, you guys? Tucker here with a brand new video for you guys today. Today we're going to be showcasing a Pixie Darkhawk list that also uses the brand new Goliath. Hella is running rampant right now in the meta with all the changes that have happened in this past week. So there's not really a lot of ways to stop her, but this also makes use of Cosmo. You have the Goliath change in here as well. This deck actually has been really performing for me because the other thing about a Pixie deck, even if you're not facing a Hella list, your opponent never knows what got hit by Pixie. So they don't know if you have a zero cost Doom, zero cost Darkhawk. They don't know. So it really just puts an element of surprise that really allows you to be able to snap and kind of take advantage and like aggressively play the game. But yeah, as always, you guys, we're going to have the deck code down in the description below. But let me give you a brief little preview of the deck before we break down each card individually. Here is the deck right here. We have pretty much a standard Darkhawk list with a couple different changes specific to Pixie. And we're going to go down why I have each card in here. And like I said earlier, the deck code will be down in the description below. First and foremost, we have Wasp in this list. So Wasp is really just a card for your Pixie to be able to switch into your bigger cards into zero cost. You can also use this card to pretty much play on any turn because it costs 0 and you get that additional 1 power. So it just goes typically in a Pixie list because you would love to have a zero cost Doom, a zero cost Darkhawk, a zero cost Goliath. A zero cost Rock Slide even is pretty good on curve too. To even play like final turn to buff your Darkhawk by another 4 power. So this is pretty much a card you're just wanting to get Pixified. Spider Ham. So I've been messing around with which 1-drops I want in this list. But after talking like last night on stream and everything too, we decided with Spider Ham. So the thing with Spider Ham is Spider Ham allows you to have an element of disrupt to make one of their cards pretty much a dead card. It also allows you to get intel to kind of see what your opponent's playing if they don't play a card in turn 1. So you get a little bit of information about what's going on there. It's another good hit for Pixie to change one of your other cards into a 1-cost card. Korg, we're playing Darkhawk. You're trying to get rocks into your opponent's deck. You're trying to get those extra buffs for the Hawk. So, of course, you got Korg in here, and another just great hit for Pixie to change into another card. Pixie, on reveal, shuffle the base cards costs of all the cards that started in your deck. Doesn't work with Thanos. Doesn't work with any cards that were added to your deck. But you can shuffle the cost of all your cards, and this goes crazy. There's really good RNG. Sometimes there's bad RNG, but this is a super heavy RNG-dependent card. But since it's so just random, your opponent always has to be wary of why did they just snap? What do they actually have in their hand? Why are they staying in this match? Like it's really good. It helps you with a lot of mind games for sure. Jeff, we got Jeff in here. Jeff, the most flexible card in the game, may I say. The Land Shark can go pretty much anywhere. Literally can go anywhere, says that on the text. And it's another 2-drop. Like, and if your card does swap with Pixie, you got a 2-cost card going everywhere. And Jeff overall is just holistically good if you don't get your Pixie draw. Cosmo. So this is our interesting. This is another one of our flex spots. So our flex spot's going to be our Spider Ham. It's going to be our Cosmo. Cosmo here's a 3-cost card you can play on curve. It helps with all the Hella going on, all the Wong going on. There's a whole lot of on reveal going on, but nothing really there to stop him. Where Cosmo actually comes really in handy. The only way to counter Cosmo is to play off a Cosmo lane or Echo. And you're not seeing Echo. And you can snipe some people with Cosmo, which is really good. And it's another 3-cost card. So if you're 5-cost Darkhawk or your Doom or your Goliath, it's Cosmo. It's a 3-cost 6-drop or 5-drop. Also really freaking solid. And it helps with the Hell interaction. That's another main reason we have it in here. Mobius, we're playing Pixie. So you might have your 1-drop cards turn into a 6-cost. With Mobius, it keeps your 1-drop at a 1-drop. And it also counters your opponent's Ravona. Not Zabu. Maybe sometimes we're playing Zabu, but counters Wave, Ravona, and Sarah, which are the main ones. Even Mr. Negative. Mr. Negative is in a huge spike right now. A lot of top people are playing it. I know Woody was playing it earlier this week, too. So we have Mobius in here to kind of counter that interaction to make sure you're still ahead of your curve and also limiting your opponent's curve at the same time. Rock Slide. We're playing Darkhawk. You got Rock Slide in here. You're disrupting. You're adding 2 rocks to your deck to shuffle it pretty much twice, since that's disrupting their current flow of what's going on. Another 3-cost, like I said, on curve to be able to swap with Pixie. And it's Darkhawk list. Rock Slide and Darkhawk go hand in hand like Sentry and Annihilus. And Mr. Negative and Jane Foster. Like it just goes together. Iron Lad, okay? Iron Lad is my favorite card in the game, so any way I can flex Iron Lad into here is awesome. And the good thing about Iron Lad is almost every single one of these cards is a good hit for Iron Lad. Maybe a late game Pixie is not what you want, but you can hit a Darkhawk early, you can hit a Doom early, you can hit a Goliath early. Maybe a Wasp is your worst hit, but if Wasp is your worst hit, and maybe you're trying to get Pixie out on 4 so you can have some surprise on 6, since you'll be getting Pixie on turn 5, or not. I mean, that's 10 out of 12 cards, or 9 out of 12 cards that are just great hits for Iron Lad. So that's another reason why we have him in here. He's absolutely fantastic, and being able to get some of these cards out early with Iron Lad just feels amazing. We got Darkhawk. This is a Darkhawk Pixie list. So with Darkhawk in here, you get +2 for each card your opponent has in their deck. So that's why you're playing your Rock Slide, you're playing your Korg. And so, like, Darkhawk doesn't feel as great as a 5 cost, but that's why we're using Pixie in here to reduce him. Instead of having to play like a Sarah. With a Pixie, you could get a 1 cost Darkhawk, 0 cost Darkhawk, 3 cost Darkhawk, 2 cost Darkhawk. You could potentially get a 6 cost Darkhawk, of course. But if you get him at 6 cost, you're just not playing him on curve, and that's why you have Doob and Eliath. So this helps you go vertical. So if you're looking for a more vertical line, you have the Darkhawk here, and you can play behind a Cosmos, so your opponent really can't do anything about it. They just have to let that Darkhawk be huge, and they have to play around that, which is awesome. And since Darkhawk's not getting a lot of play right now, people... I mean, they won't get surprised because you're playing Korg and you're playing Rock Slide, but like more often than not, they have to be wary of how big Darkhawk is. Dr. Doom. So we have a couple alternate lines here. So Dr. Doom allows you to go horizontal. So Darkhawk is a more vertical line, so you're allowing yourself to pretty much solidify one lane. Doom allows you to get 15 power across all sides of the board. It also helps you to get into locations that you're not able to get into. It's another great hit for Pixie. So like you can get a cheap Dr. Doom. That's something your opponent always has to be worried about because that's an additional 5 power in each lane. And they have to make sure they can account for that. So normally if you get a huge Doom or like a low-cost Doom, early on curve, you snap into it, you're going to get some retreats because people just get afraid whenever they see Doom get hit that early. So it's really, really awesome here. Okay, so Eliath is very interesting now. So Eliath doesn't destroy the cards anymore. The cards still stay on the board. But I've been having a lot of fun being able to use Eliath on curve in these Silky Smooth interactions. So the cool thing about Silky Smooth is Silky Smooth will always pretty much play until they fill their lane because they're doing Elsa stuff or they're trying to maximize their Hope Summers. So if you do have curve, and you Eliath a Silky Smooth lane, that lane is dead, and they can't add any more power to it. They can't move anything onto their Kraven. They can't add anything to surprise you. Can't Shang-Chi your lane. So it kind of can solidify you a lane, and with Eliath being 8 power now instead of 2 power, it is way different to have to mess around with, and this is really crazy, so it's another good hit for Iron Lad. Cheap Eliath is also awesome too. You have Cosmo on one lane, you Eliath the other lane. Hela can't do anything. Hela doesn't get destroyed like she used to, but her ability gets completely reverted. So there's nothing Hela can do. But yeah, it's an absolutely good card. It may not be the same as it once was destroying cards, so you don't have to mess with them because the power does still stay on the board now. But removing abilities is pretty freaking good. 8 power is nothing to laugh at. But anywho, that is going to be the card breakdown. Let's go ahead and get into some gameplay. Alrighty, headed into game number 1 over here. Man, this list has been so much fun. I like the mix-ups you really get with Pixie, and it really allows you to kind of just like play mind games too. Because they have to like always like guess why is he snapping in this situation? Like what did they draw with Pixie kind of thing? So it works really, really well. Also, I really like the new VFX for Darkhawk here. We're gonna Korg on curve because we have Atilian. So they can have a better likelihood of drawing a rock. And then we'll probably Mobius here. If I do draw Pixie, we will snap. Because this is really good for us. Really good. Jeff's pretty solid. And then we're going to play Mobius middle. So they can't work with that. Great Portal. We got a Tuma. Okay. Yeah, we just do that. Middle. And then we'll redraw our stuff. They skipped another turn. So that's really good. Do I get Pixie here? Okay, we pretty much start with our same hand. Cool. Of course, it's lagging on us. I don't know why. Cards are broken. Okay, it just took a second for that interaction. We do get Pixie, though. I think this is just a core. This is an Iron Lad angle. Even though we could Pixie and we can swap into a Wasp, a Cosmo, Rock Slide for our big cards, this just feels better. This just feels way better. We also, what did this even hit? Oh, it hit a Tuma. Gotcha. Understood. Okay, we do this. We do that. This is turn 5. I can do this. I can pick something up. That's 10 power they have to mess around with here. They also have a Tuma. They have 7 energy. Okay, we had a rock with our thingy. That's fine. And then I do that. And I move this over. We're going to be bigger than a Hulk, I think. Let's see. They skipped turn 1, 2, and 3. They played Hope on 4. So that's 4 energy. So that's their Hulk could be 20 power if they got him again. If they got him again, that's 20 power Hulk. Cool. Yeah, no, that's good. I think the Mobius stopping the She-Hulk is good. Iron Lad turning into a Tuma is freaking hilarious. That's a good first up there. The Mobius has just so much control. Even though we didn't draw Pixie there, the Mobius control is so good. All right, headed into game number 2 over here. We got some crazy names today. This is actually pretty decent for us. We have Doom, we have Jeff in hand. We can totally get in here. Totally get in there. Can I get a Pixie? Korg's pretty good. Let me go ahead, throw Jeff in there. And then we should be in a good spot. We got some nice tempo. I'm going to do this. Put a rock over there. What you got? Shaw? Give him like a Carnage or something, please. Mantis. Sweet, we got a copy of Shaw. Lizard. Okay, this can be interesting. Danger Room. We top deck Goliath. This could be Cosmo. If it's Cosmo, we might snap this, actually. Cosmo. Ironheart. And then I can do this, and then they have to play on this over here. I can do that, snap. Yep. We just have the tempo. We're running through some of these games over here. I'm telling you, it's just like no one's also playing Cosmo right now. Cosmo is so good. So freaking good, man. Just because no one expects it, and like when you do hit Cosmo, okay, this could be pretty good. Also, if we hit Pixie here, and even if this turns like our 6-cost cards into a 3-drop, those are 2-drop, 6-cost, like the way Titan is gonna work for us is gonna be awesome. I really like this. Really like what we're working with here. And we are gonna ham down. So like we're spreading the power a little more horizontally here. Because, okay, well then I'm going to Cosmo here late game, hopefully. Can I get a Cosmo? Man, I just need Cosmo on curve. And this is awesome. What is that? Magic. Oh my gosh. Yep, this is perfect. Okay. This is going to be perfect. But so we don't Cosmo until like final turn if we get Cosmo, okay? We do not Cosmo until final turn. Yep. No,
Clear
this
for
can be good.
takeoff.
This can be really good. We do have Mobius. Okay. Can I get a Cosmo, please? Please, can I get a Cosmo? We get a Goliath. Ooh, Goliath is pretty good, too.
Oh, snap.
We do that. We do this. And then that's going to go Burr. Because these are all unrevealed, and I have priority. All unrevealed, and we have priority here. We could just Cosmo, but Goliath is the safest option here for us. Goliath is the safest option here for us to take away all of this power here. They have to play off of this. They have to play off of this for this to work for them. So I'm thinking we're good. They play middle again. Cool. We're good. All these cards flip over, and they get nothing. Nothing. Let's go! All right, we're headed into the final game over here. See what we can make happen. I'm still liking the Goliath interaction, even post the change and everything too. But Carmitage is perfect for us with all our rock stuff, with our Doom, with okay, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be awesome. There's no Angela. Oh, Def's okay. Nothing crazy, but it's gonna be Rock City, my friends. Rock City. Big Darkhawk too. If I get a Cosmo, we snap. We snap with the Cosmo because we're Rock Slide. We'll, next turn, we'll Big Hawk. Just need Cosmo and a snap. Cosmo and a snap.
Oh, snap.
Play Cosmo, Darkhawk. And then I'm gonna go Cosmo into a Darkhawk. Hope Summers into a Rock. Cool. And then they could play Doom if they want to play Doom. By all means. Do your Dooms. No Doom? Galactus!
Before Galactus.
Galactus! What in the heck am I facing right now? What am I facing here? Would they hit me with a goblin? They hit me with a goblin here? Ah! Get got! Get got! Oh, that's great. Oh, I love it.
Victory.
Thank you guys so much for watching the video today. If you guys stuck around to the end, please like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. This deck is so much fun. You guys should give it a try yourself. And as always, I hope you guys have a great one. It's been real. Tucker out.